What's up, YouTube? Okay, so I did a couple of Wi-Fi battles last night when I was laying in bed, and this one was particularly interesting. So really, here looking at his team, I was like, that's a pretty decently strong team. Obviously, you're definitely going to lead with Mamoswine, so you know that's was almost a definite for me there. So the problems on this team I've seen were Agliash, OP piece of crap, and I didn't really see Excadrill as a problem because it's not actually that great without its sand. And I was thinking maybe it could be a Charizard form, a Mega Evo. It could be. Since everyone really has a Mega Evo in their team now, it's sort of a trend. And that Speedy Noivern could be a problem as well. Also Rotom, I hate those Rotoms. But yeah, this was a particularly interesting battle because I learned something as well, which is good because I like learning things in Wi-Fi battles, it's good. So with 6th gen changes, I did not actually know this. I was leading with Electrode, him with Mamoswine. I would go for the taunt here and Oblivious blocked it. I'm like, okay, I didn't know Oblivious had that new ability, new little addition added to it. So that's a really, really good, you know, that's good because that means you can actually, you know, you can use all the status moves in the world and not get taunted. That's great. Like, I want to make a Pokemon with Oblivious now because I can't be taunted. You know, that's good. So compared to the previous gen, it only stopped Infatuation, I'm pretty sure, and in now it stops both Infatuation and you can't be taunted. So yeah, so what I did here, I had such a terrible start. That was the most perfect counter for my Electrode. There was nothing I could do. I go for Psycho Cut there because I thought he may go into Agliash expecting that high jump kick and I'd get friggin' owned. I'm killing myself. Unfortunately, he stayed in there and took out my Medicham. Probably thought he'd outspeed me because he wasn't expecting a Scarf. So into Togekiss here, I just go for the Aura Sphere. Sort of half expecting Agliash to come in there now, knowing my awesome luck. But he stays in again. Not sure why, actually, because he could, and he didn't go for Ice Shard either, which I found strange. Anyway, so finally Agliash comes in and goes for King Shield, which I thought he actually might do. So I was sort of already prepared for that. So I went for a Nasty Plot. Because I was confident I could take at least one of his moves, because I know his main attack is Sacred Sword. It's gonna, you know, it's gonna be King Shield, Sacred Sword, Sword Dance, and Shadow Sneak. That's really the set I see everywhere and everyone using. It's just boring as batshit, but it's what everyone uses and works the best, I guess. So he goes for Sacred Sword here. Not too sure why, because you know that's not going to do too much damage to me, and I don't even have any EVs in health and defense at all. It's just my typing that really, you know, blocked that out. Maybe he forgot that I was fairy type, then it didn't do as much. But anyway, Shadow Sneaks are going to do a lot more than that. It's going to do about three times the amount. So I sort of went for another Nasty Plot there. I was a bit silly there because I could have, you know, I could have hit him while he was in his sort of exposed form there. But I didn't, so, you know, that's the way things go. I sort of over-predicted a little bit there. I thought he may go for a Sword Dance or something like that. Who knows? I don't know what the fuck was going through my head then at about 4 AM in the morning. And this truck's going to be really loud going past while I narrate. Awesome. So, at this point in the game, I was really peed off. Like, firstly, by how I didn't know that Oblivious worked like that, and how I sort of over-predicted like that. Anyway, so he goes for King Shield. I go for Calm Mind here because I knew he'd go for that again to see what move I'd used. So that's alright. I go for Calm Mind, get a free boost up. This thing was sort of a problem too because a lot of my pokes were already taken out of the picture. Medicham and Togekiss and Electrode. So at this point in the game, I was 5-3 down. So things weren't looking very crush hot at all, really. So he goes for Sacred Sword again. Not sure why he's really doing that because I can, you know, I can take them all day when I'm slow, bro. He definitely better going for Shadow Sneak. That do a lot more damage than that. So something pretty funny happened here too. Since I didn't have leftovers on Slowbro, I gave it a Cassaberry and it actually came in useful here, surprisingly. you know, because Slowbro's got a weakness to ghost type moves, and it worked. It actually, it sort of turned it really turned the tide of the battle a bit, because I could get up, you know, an extra Calm Mind, and that would have done a lot more than usual. You know, I would have had to been, you know, I would have nearly had to be slacking off next turn, or I don't know if I would have lived still. So it would have been very, very close. So he's just continuing to spam Shadow Sneak here. Looking at that damage, I definitely wouldn't have lived. So that Cassid Berry sort of saved my butt there. So that was awesome. I was happy about that. If anything got out of this battle, I was happy about that. I didn't give a shit what happened. I was happy about that. So here he actually can't do much to me now. I've got all my health back. Man, you're not going to be able to do anything, so you're going to have to swap out. So into the Rotom, I go for the Flamethrower. Unfortunately, he did do the switch there. I was hoping he'd stay in for maybe one more turn, try and set up a Sword Dance or something, then I'd one-shot him with Flamethrower. Unfortunately, the Rotom comes in, but I get a burn, which never ever happens on Flamethrower on my Slowbro, so that's awesome. So I've got Scalders on this as well, so I've got the double burn going. Pretty funny. So he hits me with Will-O-Wisp here for the second time. I never could get that lucky and miss it twice, but that's so good. I get a free Calm Mind up, so I'm quite happy with that. But he probably thought after all those Calm Minds that I got off, it was probably better going for Will-O-Wisp to, you know, to wear me down a little bit more over time, rather than hitting me with a special attack with all my boosts up. So the Rotom goes down, which is good because those things are a royal pain in the bum. So in comes Excadrill. So straight away I'm thinking Earthquake, Sword Dance, one of those sort of moves. It's got an Air Balloon as well to, you know, stop its ground weakness. So it goes straight for the Earthquake here. I took a bit of a risk here and went for Slack Off just to scope out what move it was going to do and how much damage it would do. Whether at the same time it could have gone for a Sword Dance as well. And, you know, it was sort of a risky move. I thought about that for a while and I thought, oh, I'll just do it. He goes for Shadow Claw there. That gets, you know, decent damage on me considering. I go for Scald, that's definitely going to take him out. Even without any boost, it would have done that. So down goes Excadrill. He's really only good in the sand, so he didn't really pose too much of a threat to me. Really, I can handle him, but not in the sand. That thing's just overpowered. So here comes Aegislash again. Goes to the Sword Dance. A little bit overconfident there because I go here straight for the Flamethrower. And that's not going to live that, you know. I knew that was not going to live. So maybe he thought I was going for a Slack Off there. I almost, in his favour, I was very, very inclined to go for a Slack Off because I didn't actually see Sword Dance at that time. And maybe he was hiding that back to that moment. I'm not sure. But yeah, that was my thought process anyway. So Mega Charizard X, first time I've seen one of these guys, goes to the Outrage. Unfortunately, I don't have my Togekiss because I could have swapped that in and nasty plotted up. You know, that would have been awesome. So in comes my Golem here. Golem was really awesome in this battle because I knew I could take his Outrage maybe, like, just due to my base defense. And I know Charizard's stats aren't all the greatest in attack either. So I get my Lychee Berry as well. So that was awesome. My Lychee Berry and my Cassid Berry both got activated in this battle. That was awesome. So I get my Rock Polish off here. So not only have I got a +2 speed, I've got a +1 attack as well. And Golem already hits like a truck without attack anyway. So it's night-night for Charizard. He's definitely down. So I was really happy here because I really got myself back into the match after that terrible start. Out comes Noivern. I was thinking, please don't miss. This would be really annoying if it did. But it didn't, and I get Noivern down. And I really did. It was great because I really started very average. So actually, I started terrible in that battle. So I'm actually really happy that I sort of got myself back into that match. But yeah, it was a good battle because not only did I learn a couple of new things, you know, it made me think, you know, what do I have to do? You know, two of my best, my Scarf Pokemon's gone, my Speedy Special Attack is gone. You know, I'm going to have to just work with these certain Pokemon that I've got left, and I have to think about what he's going to do as well. So, yeah, it made the battle really interesting. Thanks a lot for the battle, Simpy. If you ever see this battle or video, it was a fun game. I really did enjoy it. I'm not going to lie, I did not enjoy the start. I was I was just, yeah, I was royally pissed. I was like, damn, that is such a good counter for Electrode. My lead has not been countered like that before, so yeah. Thanks for taking the time to watch my videos, guys, and yeah, peace out.